You've got mail.
Do you remember the 90s?
Come on, Uncle Phil, this is the 90s, man.
Man, it's the 90s. It's hammer time. Come on.
It's the 90s, remember? Microchips, microwaves, faxes, airphones.
Ma, it's the 90s. You can call it what it is.
Yada, yada, yada.
I can be anything I want to be. It's the 90s.
What, are you nuts? This is the 90s. We're gonna sue you.
Wake up and smell the 90s.
No. He was supposed to have attitude.
What do you mean exactly?
Oh, you know, attitude. The sunglasses.
Can we put him in more of a hip-hop context?
Forget context. He's got to be a surfer. Give me a nice schmear of surfer.
I feel we should Rastify him by 10% or so.
I think he needs a little more attitude.
Oh, yeah. Bingo. There it is, right there. That's it.
I love it.
Well, Cheryl,
Yes.
from that clip, can you discern what today's podcast is about? What does Poochie represent about the 90s?
A cool dude.
That's right. And what's cooler than mascots in the 90s?
Oh.
The advertising mascots, the super cool with attitude mascots of the 90s.
Is Poochie an advertising mascot?
He represents what we're going to talk about,
Okay.
which is the very specific kind of branding of mascots in the 90s.
Okay.
On Dave.
And Cheryl.
And the 90s. How many times can we say 90s?
Let's aim for 90.
Okay. Are you ready for this?
I am ready.
So in the 90s, the landscape of brand mascots was dominated by what I am calling the Attitude Era. And there are specific tropes, and most of them emphasize capitalizing on IP.
Intellectual property.
Yes, these are the tropes. First of all, the cool mascot trend, starting mainly by the coolest guy that you know of, the super cool dude from The Simpsons, Bart Simpson. He's kind of was the template. Later on, that's going to be someone else, the first person we're going to talk about. Our Patient Zero, possibly.
Who is Patient Zero?
You'll find out.
Oh my God.
Appearances, sunglasses, backward caps, crossed arms, sweet kicks, shoes for the uninitiated.
Are they always male?
Most of the time, yes. There's no females that we're playing here, and if they are, they're very tomboyish. And we got attitude. Obviously, they're totally radical. This can be as mild as using totally bogus, outdated slang.
Bogus.
Yes.
I'm Chester Cheetah. I'm just a cool dude in a loose mood.
And also, which we're going to have a lot of marketing phrases, they have youth appeal.
All right.
Okay.
Did you look in like college marketing textbooks for this episode?
Kind of.
Okay.
Yeah. There's a lot of marketing tools. Basically,
yeah, they sure were marketing tools.
Using a lot of these. Toyatic is another one. And here's one you're going to get right now. Advergames. What's an advergame, you ask? They're games starring...
Like Monopoly.
Well, no. They are games that are specifically made starring the mascots or the lead characters in their own games. They are made strictly for profit, almost unplayable.
I have an example.
Okay.
The 7-Up Spot game.
Oh, we're getting there.
I had that game, and I played it. It was like Hubert, but not as good.
Now there's Spot, the video game. $24.99 and 4 labels from specially marked 7-Up bottles. Check with your parents before ordering.
It's one of the biggest trends for mascots in the Attitude Era were video games in the 90s.
Was Pac-Man a cool dude?
No, Pac-Man was not cool. Did you ever see the Pac-Man cartoon? He was like a businessman who wore a fedora. He did have a girlfriend. There was a Pac baby as well. It was very revolutionary road.
Promiscuous.
So they had the console war, Super Nintendo and Genesis. Sega does what Nintendo don't. Do you remember that one?
No. Is that a commercial?
That was the catchphrase because Sega was behind Nintendo. Nintendo was not, they weren't going to beat Nintendo, but they ended up beating them for a little bit from a little guy known as Sonic the Hedgehog.
Danita Stokes, president of HAG.
It's bad enough that Sega Genesis has the most 16-bit games, but this new Sonic the Hedgehog, oh, he really does my doilies. They say he's incredibly fast. Well, what's the hurry, mister? And about his attitude. Smarty pants! Why can't it be more like that nice boy Mario? Oh! Little brat!
All right, right. So the reason why I started off with Sonic the Hedgehog is because I consider him the patient zero of all of this. He is the guy that became so popular and everyone tried to copy. He's almost kind of like he took the crown from Bart Simpson. And all of the Attitude Era of Mascots and what we're going to be seeing is reflective a lot in the popularity of Sonic the Hedgehog. So much so, there was a plethora of Sonic clones. Here, I have some of the names of it. We got Bubsy, Crash Bandicoot, Jazz Jackrabbit. You're not going to know any of these.
I know the Bandicoot.
Oh,
one.
you know Bandicoot. Okay. What about Awesome Possum kicks Mr. Machino's butt?
No.
Awesome kicks Dr. Machino's butt.
I'm awesome.
I mean, I didn't have Sega. I've always been a Nintendo girl.
Well, that was my next one. But lots of the gimmicks that we had, they had blast processing. He was very fast and extreme. That's another thing, especially. He ate chili dogs, loved fast food.
Now I'm really hankering for a chili dog.
Me too.
That was another thing we're going to be finding out here is a lot of edgy and fast food,
Is
sweet
that what
sneakers.
caused the American obesity epidemic? These
Well,
cool dudes and their fast food.
We're getting there. Lots of finger guns. Every single time you see him, he's always posing. He's got a little shoulder cocked. He's got some finger guns going off. Speaking of food, you're probably going to remember this little nostalgic bit from the 80s.
Wanna keep the noise out, you just gotta shout. That nasty dude is after your food.
I don't recognize him from my childhood. I'm familiar with him since, but I don't know if was Domino's not in Canada in the 80s? I don't know.
I don't know if Domino's was, but that was a commercial. It was a rebranding for the Noid, which came out in 1986. He was a claymation rabbit man whose job, you were supposed to avoid the Noid, and his job was to destroy pizzas.
Now, was he before or after the California Raisins?
He was after the California Raisins, and that's a very keen observation because he was made by the same
claymation artist,
Will Vinton. That's right.
Okay,
but he was.
What else has Will Vinton done?
He did the PJs. See our Fox Network episode.
Okay.
Those kids had backwards hats, bright colors. One was on, there was some dog with sunglasses that was barking in the corner, and lots of yo's. That's what the older gentlemen, the older ad executives were thinking that was.
Yo.
Yeah, that was exciting. So the big thing is that was their attempt in 1990 to try to rebrand the Noid for the new era. This branding was in response to a tragic accident that eventually ended up destroying the entire Noid franchise.
That got dark really fast. Why are we here?
I thought this was a history podcast. We're talking about.
Okay, tell me the darkness.
Okay, on January 30th, 1989, a mentally ill man named Kenneth Lamar Noid entered a Domino's Pizza in Georgia.
His name was Noid?
Yes. And it says, armed with a gun, he took 2 employees hostage for over 5 hours. His belief was that the Domino's Noid commercials were a personal attack against him. He thought the company was mocking him by using his last name. During the standoff, he forced employees to make him pizzas, demanded $100,000 in a getaway car before eventually surrendering to police with no problems. Of course, this was very bad publicity for Domino's.
And the Noid.
So they attempted to try to...
Now, was this guy particularly cool?
No, not at all.
Did he say yo?
No yoing. In fact, that was their distraction, is that this was a direct response to this incident.
Did they make him better pizza than they do for their regular customers?
I would hope so if you had a gun to your head.
Right? But would they have the ingredients for good pizza? I don't know.
Either way, they retired the Noid in 1992 shortly after this incident and after this rebrand. It did not work, and they went on to bigger and greater things involving orangutans, which we'll get to in our lightning round.
Okay. So who took over the idea of cool dudes as advertising mascots?
Well, there are so many of them, and one of them you already talked about. What are you looking at right here?
Spot.
That is right.
7-Up.
Describe the 7-Up spot.
The 7-Up spot is the literal red circle between the number 7 and the word up.
But what have they added to him that makes him so 90s?
The thing that they added to him to make him traditional animated character is white gloves. But he also does have giant shoes and sunglasses on.
From 1987 to 1997, they had the
do you have
7-Up
commercials
cool
for this?
spot. You know what? The reason why I don't have them, he doesn't say anything.
Oh, he's cool in his lack of conversation. He's like the brooding silent type.
He didn't talk. He communicated through high-pitched noises that were vocalized by the famous voice actor Frank Welker.
Good Lord. Okay.
He was Fred from Scooby-Doo, if that gives you anything. But basically any animal character that was ever made.
I did play this game quite a bit.
Yes.
What was it on? The original Nintendo?
Oh, it was on
Gray
everything.
box?
It was on computers. The Spot was everywhere, but the video game was such a big deal. That was
fun.
That was part of the advert game that I was talking about. The video games names were Spot the Cool Adventure and Spot the Video Game. Very creatively titled. Oh, there's also Spot Goes to Hollywood in 1993 and 94.
I did not play that game. Or is that...
There was also a ton of merch. You saw it on shirts. You saw it on everything. The Spot was a big deal. All right. And now the next one, which I know you were going to know, and you are going to...
Try me. I grew up in a different country from you. Apparently cool dudes never talk.
But when he talks...
Yo quiero Taco Bell.
How many Chihuahuas had to die for these commercials?
Only one.
It was one Chihuahua the whole time?
So the Taco Bell Chihuahua was a female.
They took a risk on that.
It was named Gidget. All right. And appeared in commercials from 1997 to 2000. Okay. There was a real Star is Born moment involving Gidget on the set of this commercial.
Yeah.
All right. She was a background actor. And the director was just looking across, and they said, "Get this other guy out of the way. I see my star right over there." They brought Gidget to the front, and immediately Gidget was a superstar.
Was it always a Chihuahua?
It was always a Chihuahua.
But there was a better Chihuahua on set.
There was a better Chihuahua on set. That's right, which was Gidget. The other catchphrases, because catchphrases are a big part of like the 90s aesthetic as well.
Unless you're Spot.
Yeah. You have Yo Quiero Taco Bell, obviously. And it stands for...
I want Taco Bell?
Correct.
I think that was in the subtitle.
2 additional catchphrases. Yo, drop the chalupa.
Okay. I don't know that one.
And also Viva Gorditas.
Viva Gorditas.
She flew the private jet to open up the stock exchange in Manhattan.
Do you have a clip of that?
I do not. I tried
Damn
it.
it.
I tried finding it. Trust me.
We need to access a better archive than YouTube.
So,
and they didn't do any more Yo Quiero Taco Bell commercials after the dog died?
She outlived the franchise.
Oh, excellent. Good
Yo
for her.
Quiero. They moved on to other things.
Was she in movies?
She was in movies.
Ooh, nice.
Do you care to
stepping
guess?
stone.
Do you care to guess?
Was she in Legally Blonde? Yes.
So not the main Chihuahua.
Oh, she was a secondary Chihuahua?
She was in the
she's
sequel as Bruiser's mom.
Oh,
in
Bruiser's
Legally
mom.
Blonde
Well, because she
2,
was pretty elderly at that point.
Red, white, and blonde.
Nice.
The rumors of her death were greatly exaggerated. It was actually let me get this right, Hispanic advocacy groups lobbying for the end of the campaign due to what they thought was
stereotypes?
Racial stereotyping.
Can't imagine.
They decided they would move on to greener pastures and other things.
And other racial stereotyping.
Later in years, Gidget reprised the role, appearing in 2002 in a
Super Bowl ad?
Geico commercial. Might have been a Super Bowl ad with the Geico Gecko. Gidget died.
I'd assume so.
July 21st, 2009 at 15. Had a lovely life. Suffered from a stroke in her home in Santa Clarita, California. In May 2011, she had a book published, A Fabulous Dog's Life, The Story of Gidget, America's
Was that before or after she died?
After she died. It was post.
Post.
Yes.
Okay.
I'm sure she knew she was going, so she penned it, and it took a while to get to bookshelves and published. That's right. But The Story of Gidget, America's most beloved Chihuahua.
Yeah.
Yep. All right. I'm going to go on a quick lightning round now, and I'm just going to say some of these, and I want you to tell me if you have any recollection or anything of them, okay?
Oh, I'm not guessing anything. I'm just...
No, I'm just going to...
We're free associating here.
Sure. Do you know who Chipper is? Debuted in 1991.
Potato chip related?
No, he was the puppy version. You know the RCA logo of the dog listening to the sounds? Well, they introduced his young son, Chipper.
No, I don't like it. Okay, go on.
Pizza Head, the Pizza Hut mascot from 1991 to 99.
Nope.
Yes. Do you know who Mr. Bill was? The old SNL. Oh, Mr. Bill.
This is like a satire.
It was the
Bill
same
Clinton.
guy. No. Mr. Bill. It was in the 70s. It was the early SNLs, and they had a little clay guy who would always get like stomped on and be like, "Oh no, don't hurt me!" And he'd get like crushed and smashed.
Do that again.
That's exactly how he sounded. I'm Mr. Bill. Pizza Head would constantly have a scenario about whatever advertisement.
Mr. Bill. Another Mr. Bill.
I can bring up a Pizza Head advertisement if you need.
I don't care about Pizza Head.
I'm going to bring up
Mr.
Mr. Pizza Head right here. Here we go. Wait.
Oh.
Now it's time for the Pizza Head Show. Hey, everybody!
No.
Wait.
That's right, Pizza Head.
No. And he eats it, right?
Steve to explain.
To cut him?
Steve would show up. He's a pizza slicer, and in every episode, he ends up being like, "Oh, stepped on."
I thought Mr. Bill was getting stepped on.
No, this is a parody of Mr. Bill, but made by the same. That's what I was saying. Pizza Head, the guy who made Mr. Bill, they hired him, and he made Pizza Head, which is essentially just Mr. Bill.
I've literally never seen that.
That went on for 6 years and 30 advertisements.
I'm pretty sure the Canadian government had something to do with that not being allowed in the country.
We got Chester Cheetah. Do you know who Chester Cheetah is?
Well, he very much fits into the Poochie mold of cool guy.
Chester Cheetah, he had a whole rebranding. If you thought he couldn't get any cooler, he did. He got a couple new catchphrases as well.
Did he stop being orange?
No, he went all about the orange.
Because orange is the coolest of colors.
We got as his new catchphrases. It's not easy being cheesy. The cheese that goes crunch. And then in 1997, they just went with dangerously cheesy because they started coming out with hotter, more dangerous flavors, not unlike Mountain Dews and things where they were just making them every color in the rainbow and filling them with
snowboarding involved?
Oh, there was every extreme sports. I have clips of him rollerblading, he's snowboarding. Extreme sports is a big thing with all of these mascots. We were talking about Domino's, and you said about what happened after the Noid. Mm-hmm. Well, they had a misguided attempt to make Domino's Bad Andy. It's just a bunch of people trying to go about their day, working as wage slaves, making pizzas, and an orangutan appears and just starts like wrecking the joint up.
Andy.
Not even. Bad Andy. Domino's. Bad Andy. Good pizza.
Also, Tang brought the Tang orangutan Travis in 1995.
Oh, orangutan.
Have you heard of that one?
No, absolutely
All right.
not. Is Clippy on your list?
Clippy is not in my list. Tell the kids what Clippy is. That's a great one.
I mean, you're going to have to fill in some of the specific details, but wasn't it like Microsoft, one of their versions of Windows, had like a question character?
Microsoft Word had an assistant, not unlike ChatGPT now, where they would ChatGPT would pop up. Yeah, Clippy became notoriously hated because he was an animated little paperclip with eyes that whenever you were in the middle of doing something, he would pop up and say, "Don't you want to do this instead? Or I could help you with this." And he just kept interrupting you over and over again. Cool. I mean, it was animated well. It was pretty awesome. I mean,
it was trying to be cool.
It was cute, but
debatable.
I got two more for you. International edition. Okay.
I'll tell you if that's the case.
Okay. There's one that I'm going to just play for you, and you've never seen this in your life, and I just got to get your reaction to this. I
look forward to commenting.
Get ready. What did you just see, and what country did that come from?
I mean, based on the parenting,
yes,
I'm going to say it's American.
Okay. It's not.
No, okay. It was a silver man dressed up to look like a can of Pepsi.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a child in a kitchen sitting with his mother having a fit.
He's not getting his soda fix. He's not getting his Pepsi.
Well, no, he's just misbehaving for absolutely no reason. So Pepsi Man runs in, gives him a soda to encourage bad behavior. And then the kid's all happy. And the mom, of course, couldn't care less about parenting properly. So she's all happy. And then he tries to exit through the window, but falls.
Yeah, I would say the character is CG. It looks a little like the Terminator, the liquid Terminator.
Cheap version of
cheap version of that.
So
except
what
with
country?
the Pepsi logo. This is from Japan. It is a Japanese series of
parents wouldn't
commercials.
tolerate that kind of behavior. I'm sorry.
It is a Japanese series of commercials that were shot in America. And
so it's mocking Americans.
It's mocking Americans.
That makes more sense.
And how terrible, and that's why they're just like these gross Americans are just
they're
shucking down their
superheroes.
sugar water and they're dumb superheroes. There's a whole campaign of this. It basically didn't do anything. It was almost an art piece. And also that weird ass sound that you heard when his superpower is he just sits there and like makes some kind of like, it sounds, I guess, like you're opening a Pepsi can of some sort. He's
what
like,
rabbit hole did you have to find yourself in to get this? Because you did not know about this prior to.
Oh, I knew about this. I knew about
Really?
this since like the 2000s when it came out.
It has not crossed my path. And I spend too much time on the internet.
In my circles, Pepsi Man, and they even made the big reason I knew this was because they made a video game of Pepsi Man. That is his longevity claim to fame. No, it was Dreamcast. It was Dreamcast.
That's why.
And it was the same thing. It was you running as Pepsi Man, catching Pepsi cans, and then getting to the end and refreshing someone by making that weird noise and holding your hand out and like squirting Pepsi into their bean.
I don't even know how to react to that.
I got a palate cleanser for my last clip here for you that I know you're going to love.
I am Astar, a robot from Planet Danger. I can put my arm back on. You can't. So play safe.
In my brain forever.
You can describe this one. Tell your story on this one, because this is something I didn't know about until I met you.
It's a very Canadian thing, and I think anybody my age would recognize Astar the robot.
What is he the mascot of?
Is he the mascot for War Amps?
He is.
He is. Okay.
War Amps.
So War Amps is a organization, like a charity, I suppose, that works with amputees that came back from the war. And then it continued to work with amputees of all sorts. And I do have a friend who worked with War Amps and was in Thanksgiving Day parade several years when she was a young child through Kitchener.
It involves a gold medal man like doing acrobatics
but like a child robot.
Yes, a child robot, like doing acrobats through a danger planet or a danger world where all of these things are trying to harm him. And eventually his saw blade came out and chopped off his arm, and then he puts it back on and says the immortal words.
I am Astar, a robot. I can put my arm back on. You can't, so play safe.
That's right. It is something that I think is universally Canadian amongst a certain generation. Right?
Absolutely.
Like you guys can just
I
finish.
smell burnt toast.
I smell burnt. Yes, exactly.
Yep.
All right. Well, to close this out in the 90s, all right, the legacy of this entire institution was, as you said, obesity.
Thanks.
Well, first of all, one of the things that really changed Mascots and didn't perpetuate this attitude era and all of this cool dudes with attitude type of thing was times are changing. Also, the internet. But specifically, the public, it says in the 1990s, there was a period of rapid increase in childhood obesity. And studies said specifically because of the catering and advertising of cool youth characters of products like Chester Cheetah, the Kool-Aid Man rebranded and had a cool dude with attitudes. And everything was about either
Coke,
sitting
Pepsi,
down and playing video games, staying inside, being an indoor kid, and eating crap. And that's what they were advertising to
I guess
you.
we're not going to really talk about the economic contributions to childhood obesity because I think that's a big part of it. We'll just blame it on the mascots.
Yeah, by the end of the decade, approximately 15% of children aged 6 to 11 and 14% of adolescents aged 12 to 19 were considered overweight or obese.
You really did research the obesity.
I did because I wanted to leave on a high note, obviously. But I did think it was interesting. You have fun with like thinking like this stuff is corny or this stuff is like all it's nostalgic now, but I don't even know if I went for this. We were too old to probably fall for this stuff. This was like what, post Gen X that this was catering to? Like 9-year-olds, 10-year-olds?
I mean, I guess it'd be millennials then.
Yeah.
Like elder millennials.
Yeah, elder millennials is probably what they were trying to advertise to. It really wasn't us. We were
teenagers.
We were teenagers
They were
at this
children.
point. We were over most of this stuff. We were too busy like grunging out.
Smoking pot.
Yeah, smoking pot, grunging out, partying.
Drinking in our
Ladies
parents'
know
basement.
Tomorrow. Well, that is my education on Mascots in the 90s.
Very nice.
I'll find a wonderful clip to stick at the end of this. But in the meantime, I'm Dave.
And Cheryl. And the 90s.
The name's Poochie D, and I rock the telly. I'm half Joe Camel and a third Fonzarelli. I'm the Kung Fu hippie from Gangsta City. I'm a rapping surfer, you the fool I pity.
Oh, Poochie is one outrageous dude. He's totally in my face.
Got a favorite 90s moment or topic you want us to dive into? We'd love to hear about it. If you think we got everything wrong, we'd love to hear about that too. Drop us an email at andthe90spod@gmail.com, link in the episode description, and you can be damn sure that we'll read your comments on the show. Also, if you're digging the show, please rate, comment, subscribe, and tell everyone you know to check us out. It really does make a difference. Till next time, remember, we're nostalgia for the olds and education for the youths.